Hi, nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much.
We're excited to be here.
I haven't kissed anyone on screen before.
Am I?
I think you're my first.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, John and I had a wonderful little moment together that was a little bit improvised. It was
Unplanned.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute.
Sarah Silva delivers it like the, comedic maniac genius that she is.
I mean, we went to a Blue Jays game, right? Pretty early on. That was super fun. We had a barbecue at Zach.
We did.
And he made us like his special hot dogs or whatever.
From Australia, I don't even know.
Yeah, me, Sarah Catherine, and Kobe went out one night for my birthday and danced. We were having fun. We say it's like summer camp, we were like young kids in a new city, just
Exploring and
running
adventuring.
right? Shopping. Don't get me started on the shopping.
Yeah, I mean, well, at work we all had quite the separate storyline going on. So, I mean, Sarah Goodman and Phoebe Fisher did such an excellent job at kind of handpicking us, and we did countless chemistry tests together to kind of create this big family. And we're very lucky that all of us got along as well as we did. So, yeah, I mean, we were all friends immediately and stay that way.
I think when you're doing any kind of adaptation, now I'm talking in my masterclass voice.
I'm gonna sit up a little
I
straighter.
think when you're doing any kind of adaptation like that, and especially one that's we love and that's so beloved, rather than trying to recreate something, I think you just want to honor the tone and the intention and the things that we as people and fans love about it. So some of those iconic moments, some of the irreverence and the tabooness, while making sure that we're creating something that stands on its own with its own characters, just like Cruel Intentions did to Dangerous Liaisons. They weren't step siblings in Dangerous Liaisons. They were not teenagers, but they took what was the spirit of that privileged world manipulating other people for their entertainment and turned it into Cruel Intentions. I feel we've done the same thing in terms of taking what we love about Cruel Intentions, the movie, and Dangerous Liaisons, and turning it into a series. If she says Valmont one more time, I'm gonna punch her. And turning it into a series that can stand on its own with its own dastardly, sexy, funny, manipulative, wanting love characters.
It's extremely hard to prepare for a specific emotion if you haven't seen what the other actors are doing. So I don't know how much you could really do other than get the lay of the land down, get the scene in your bones, and then other than that, there were times where I was doing more than I'd ever anticipated and way less than I anticipated, depending on what Kobe or Zach or John Tenney or whoever it was or happened to be sort of was giving me. So if I wasn't feeling moved, I'm not good enough of an actor to make a movement happen. And so I sort of would rely really extensively on the other actors, and they were so giving and generous that I was lucky enough to tap into some pretty deep moments there. So thanks to them, really. Yeah.
I learned a lot of stuff. I went to drama school in London. I went to Lambda. And I think what was really great about it is I went during the pandemic, actually. And so we had to learn a lot of different things of how to relate to people over Zoom, how to do it. Like any person who did any kind of acting during that time and having to do all the Zoom and doing all whatever, I think you really had to overcome a lot of obstacles. And so for me, performing some of those vulnerable scenes, I learned a lot of skills from them, but I think just having the people in the room and having the support and the great vision from Sarah and Phoebe, I think it really helped me kind of tap into that. And I think there's a lot of work you have to do on yourself to be able to access that. And it took a long time. I was a very shy child and really shut down for a while. And I think I had to reaccess, how I felt about things and speak my own truth. So I think with that now, it's made it easier for me to kind of tap into that vulnerable side. And it's still hard sometimes. I think there's sometimes you kind of just want to be like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to ever. And I think characters on this show relate to that, but seeing that vulnerability, I think is super important because I think we need to see it more often.
Wow.
First kiss with me.
Yes. I never never kissed anyone on screen before. I think you're my first.
I'm so happy to be here. Right now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, John and I had a wonderful little moment together that was a little bit improvised. It was
Unplanned.
fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, we won't spoil the context of it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Everybody's kissing each other in the show, but some of them were written and some of them
Word.
just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, for me, it was just playing a character like Annie, I think. Obviously on Gossip Girl, Monet is kind of the complete opposite of Annie. And all the other characters I've played, I've never come across one I think that I could relate to so well. So yeah, it was a really interesting experience because I got to kind of call back to my own college experiences and found a lot of similarities between Annie and I, which only, helps create and bring this character to life. Yeah, there were a lot of firsts, I guess, but that's probably the biggest one that comes to mind.
You are asking the right girl. 'Cause, yeah, I think we talked a lot about, there is that sort of sexiness that is inherent to Cruel Intentions, but then I think having it be a series and ongoing and getting to stay with these characters for longer than, the 90 minutes that we've seen of them previously, we had the opportunity to really delve into the depth of those relationships and these characters. And we love longing and we love yearning. And I know who I'm shipping, which is everyone.
I mean, I think everything's a game with these people, and also it's not. So that part was really fun for us. And I think there's so many triangles and partnering that can happen with this group.
I think
Nothing's off limits.
Yeah, there's no ship that we're not shipping.
I mean, I don't know how to say anything without giving it away, but I guess Scott has this interesting obsession with 101 Dalmatians, the animated movie, and he doesn't think it's realistic that someone would adopt 101 dogs. So there's this. I'm eating a hot dog while walking down the hallway with John, and I can't quote it specifically, but he's just really baffled at this very basic animated classic, and that was funny.
My favorite and most memorable quote was the hardest thing I've ever had to say in an American accent. And we were walking and talking, and it was, I don't know, I suppose continue being the cookie cutter little girl that some political publicist has beaten any sort of individuality out of.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good pull.
Yeah.
You can use that as a warm-up.
Yeah, it was difficult. But absolutely, thank you, Phoebe, for making me do that because it only made me more proficient at the American accent.
And the English language, yeah.
And the English language.
There's a lot of big $5 words in there.
Yes.
Great adjectives. I have a great line which I just think really embodies Blaze, which is Caroline accuses him of being aware of something before her, and she asks, "Did you know?" And his response is, "What does it really mean to know anything these days anyway?" And I was like, I guess that's his nonchalant, non-committal nature coming through. Nothing really matters. So I feel it explains Blaze to a T. He's very shadowy.
I think they should tune in because it's fun. And I think it's a fun ride, and there are no rules, and we're living in a cruel world right now, and it's a great escape into another world that might be cruel, but is also full of love and funniness and sexiness and amazing actors, and I just think it's a fun ride. And honestly, I think we all need a little more fun right now.